demons, what they like to do when I look at them is bother me. Alright, so long story short, I'm watching Cruella. The shit triggers me, and I start looking into demonic pacts. Towards the end of the movie, just to decode it a little bit, when she gets set on fire by her boss, there's a pentagram there. And then towards the end of the movie, she does a ritual where she sacrifices herself and she changes essentially back into herself, but her true form. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck this slow motion shit. Let me see what's up. Kind of like the Nina Simone power, right? And the Lord told me, run to the devil, right? So I'm gonna look. So I start looking at packs and, what people do when they start going to that dark side of the Force. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go to the dark side. Now, before I go all the way in, I do a little bibliomancy to see what my ancestors have to say, and they say, be careful, bitch. And I'm like, alright, I'll be careful. They said, know what you're doing. Don't go too far, but go ahead. So I'm like, oh, alright, I got a little bit of a green light with a little bit of a, yellow. So let's proceed with caution. Okay, so I'm studying. I get led into Goetia, and I find this guy. I don't remember what his name is. He was like, you don't have to sell your soul. Your soul is already sold to the corporation that you signed up to work for. If you work for Target, you've officially sold your soul to this one, that one, this one, Baal, Satan, whatever. I'm like, okay, so, but he was like, you could do this, that, and shake shit up. But it leads to the Goetia. Okay, the Goetia. Now, I looked at the Goetia, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, and this lady was like, don't call these motherfuckers, and I'm like, alright, I won't call them. And for those of you who don't know, going into the Bible stories, this has to do with Solomon and him calling the spirits and having the spirits be his servants. When I say spirits, I mean demons. Slowing down. Okay. So, I'm trying to find a particular spirit to get a little momentum in my shit. I don't find anything. But I'm searching through, I'm listening through, and the odd thing is that some of these demons have the same exact attributes as some of these angels. And I'm like, well, that's a pickle. So then I have to look at it, and I don't remember if it's the Da Vinci Code or Da Vinci Code Part 3 or whatever it is, Angels and Demons, but they split the images, they split the image of an angel and they split the image of a demon and they put it together as one being. And then I think about Bobby Hemmett, and then I think about the old style cartoons where they had a demon on one side, an angel on the other. And I also, remember when first getting into this Damon Brand shtick, where he said some people think angels are particularly aloof. And I might be able to attest to that, because I don't know if they're there and showing up. You know what I mean? Like, when you fucking around with demons, you're gonna know they're there. They're gonna come around and they're gonna irritate you and they're gonna fuck shit up. And they're gonna, put a little spook in you, which goes into last night. So, I've had this experience before where I'm just looking at a fucking channel, and the channel is a little too risque, taboo, on the dark side of the force, and I'll get intruded in on during my dream state. Like, and I don't get, like, I'm not, like, full of nightmares. And can I say this is a nightmare? So this, oh yeah, sort of, yeah. You know, not to the point where I didn't want to go back to sleep, but to the point where I'm, like, disturbed. It wasn't a peaceful dream. And I remember this one time, oh God, I don't remember this guy's name, but he pops up on my feed. New Life, something like that. Life with a Y. And I'm watching his shit. He's talking about dragons and this, that, and the third. And like a coven came to me in my dreams, and it was like Inception. I was in a dream within a dream, woken up by his floating bitch and brought to the coven circle, and this very handsome man was there. And I'm like, no thank you. Please send me back to where I came from. And he smiled, and I was whisked away out of that dream. But, you know, like disturbing, the type of shit that'll stick with you to the point where you know it's not a dream. Now, I did all my master protection rituals, and I don't know why I'm not protected from these nightmares, but neither here nor there. I'll have to dig into that a little bit. I have not done a full house protection yet, so I think that's what I'll do. Put some guards at the gates so that nobody can impede. You know, I think it's like they smell that you're looking at their shit, and they come to sniff you back. That's my experience. You know, I don't go into calling demons. That's not something I'm comfortable with, because you never know what the fuck you're gonna get into. You know, and, you know, like, how can you control something that by nature is, like, its job is to fuck shit up? So, there's that. But I do look at the Goetia from time to time, and you know what? Have worked some goetic shit a long time ago. It's probably why I've trickled into the road that I have trickled into. I was young and not knowing the full extent of what I was doing. I don't know how to undo shit that I did, or, you know, control the force if it's still lingering. You know, at least with angels you feel like, alright, at least you're on the good side. Their job isn't to fucking cause chaos, mayhem, and destruction in your world. But you don't know if they're with you all the way, or you have a lot of workings to do, and their virtue is like on 1,000. So if you want something selfish, it's like, are they going to work with your lower self demands? My experience in the angelic realm is they work with your vibration. Now the thing is, it's like looking at some of these angels, it's like they'll reveal things to you that were hidden in the mind, or things that you could not see, or they'll help you soften in relationships. It's things that help your spirit. Demons, they're more like, you want that shmoney, bitch? Okay. So, I don't know, but this is more so about what you seek is seeking you. And I guess I went seeking a little too deep yesterday on the dark side, and it sought me back. And I didn't like it. And that's why I don't fuck with them motherfuckers. So there's that. So, that's my part one. I'm sure I got some other parts about these things, because I've had my share of experiences. But, yeah. I'm gonna work on protecting my home now. Adios.